Hey guys, what's going on? Jimmy Gavalis, the kitchen cabinet guy. In this episode, we're going to talk about MDF versus wood when you're doing a painted finish. We touched on this on an earlier episode, early on. I think I need to address it again because we've had questions about it, and I want to be clear about a couple of things. Paint is a rigid finish, okay? By rigid, I mean it has no flexibility. It doesn't move. It's applied to a piece of material, and based on what that material does with heat changes, temperature changes, moisture changes, it can impact the rigid finish applied to it. So paint is a rigid finish. When you paint wood, wood doors are made of multiple pieces of wood. It's not like one piece of wood. So where the pieces of wood meet, you can get what are called stress cracks. I shouldn't even say you can get, you will get stress cracks. Let me show you an example of a stress crack. I'm hoping you can see this right here. That's a stress crack right there. So what happens with the wood is that it moves. It changes based on moisture in the air, based on being really cold out, really hot out. So it causes the wood to move ever so slightly, and because paint is a rigid finish, it cracks the paint at the joint marks where the wood meets. It's problematic. We have clients who are, we warn them against it, and they still do it, and we get a call, 6 months, 3 months, a year later saying, oh, my paint is cracking. Yeah, but we kind of told you that can happen or will happen, so please be aware of that. Now, an option to consider when you're painting is to use MDF. MDF stands for medium density fiberboard, and I'm not promoting it because I own shares in some big MDF company. I'm promoting it because I think it's a better option when you paint your kitchen cabinetry or any cabinetry. MDF is medium density fiberboard, which is basically highly compressed fibers of wood, and it's machine dried and turned into very stable panels. These panels are then cut into parts to make a kitchen cabinet door. Just like you would a wood kitchen cabinet door where you have multiple pieces, the same thing applies for MDF. So in this case, you have a wood door. I could bring this up to the camera, but I won't. But there's no stress cracks on this. It can happen. MDF still moves ever so slightly, but nowhere near as much as wood does. And it allows for a painted finish, which is a rigid finish, to stay clean without stress cracks. I think you should consider it. MDF, I believe, and again, I don't know on the factory level, but I believe MDF panels cost less than wood panels. But in the end, to the dealerships and to the distributorships and to the consumer, the price is the same. And if it's different, it's very, very, very little in difference. So price is not an option when you consider an MDF or wood. Just consider MDF because it's a better option for painting. Good luck.